welcome to this week's Orangeline. Unfortunately, it will be the last show of this semester. I'm Jessica Mulvaney.
And I'm Zach Rocky. For our first story this week, Kelsey Epperson took a look at the travel interterms that will be coming up in January.
As many Baker students prepare for winter break, others are preparing for trips around the country for travel interterms. This year, 3 travel interterm trips were offered to Baker students: scuba diving off the coast of Curacao, a visit to the Big Apple, and a trip to the President's City in Washington, D.C. Vice President and Dean Rand Ziegler is taking a party of 21 people, 14 Baker students, to the coast of Venezuela in Curacao to scuba dive.
We'll train for the first week here on campus at a dive shop in the Kansas City, the Johnson County area. And we'll train for a week, and then we'll fly to Curacao. I believe it's from the 10th of January to the 17th of January. The package is set up that we'll dive 6 different days, 2 boat dives a day, and then what's called unlimited shore diving for the rest of the trip, which basically means that we have tanks available to us and we can dive off the shore of our resort, which is a good dive site. We can dive continuously there in addition to boat dives.
Ziegler says this year he made no other specific travel plans like in the past years, but he says sometimes those are the best. He has been doing the scuba interterm since 1984 and has gone every other year to various spots from 1989 to 1995. Since 1995, Ziegler has taken Baker students on the scuba interterm every year, this one marking their 20th trip.
I always get excited about these trips. Most of the excitement isn't my own for me. I've seen about everything that you could want to see diving. I've dived with 100 sharks at a time, where I could reach out and touch them, and so-called man-eaters with sharp teeth. I've dived with dolphins, and I've ridden sea turtles, and I've played with stingrays. But probably the neatest part of all of my trips isn't so much what I see, but the most fun part, and the thing I get the biggest kick out of, is seeing kids see this stuff for the first time. I mean, I've seen barracuda, I've seen 8-foot moray eels, but there's no thrill greater for me than being down 60 feet with a Baker student who's never been to the ocean, much less scuba diving, and I'm looking in their mask, and I'm seeing their eyes pop out of their heads, seeing some of these amazing things underwater that I've been fortunate enough to see all these years.
For the 4th time during interterm, Dan and Peggy Harris are taking a group of 30 people, 15 Baker students, to New York City. For 6 days, students will get to attend 3 Broadway musicals, go on tours, visit the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, and the Empire State Building.
I love New York City, and so we want to share our experiences from New York City with the students of Baker.
Harris says one of the trip's biggest traditions includes an opportunity for students to showcase themselves on TV.
We're also going to be in the Gallery of the Today Show. That's an annual thing we do every year, so we'll tell all the parents when to tape record their kiddies on TV.
Senior Taylor Glessner is making her first trip to the Big Apple for interterm.
I'm just really excited. I've never been to New York before, so I thought it'd be really fun to spend a couple weeks there. And I just really don't want to get stuck in Baldwin for all of interterm, so I thought it'd be better just, travel and broaden my horizons a little bit.
Harris says before the group travels, they will spend a few days in the classroom to educate the students about the city.
And one of our favorite parts is Ellis Island. We take the boat ferry out to Ellis Island and learn all about immigration. So it's a big part of the trip that we think help the students understand that whole city.
The last travel interterm is a trip to Washington, D.C., hosted by Baker professor Lee Green. Green and 16 Baker students will spend 12 days touring the capital city. The spotlight event on the trip is the opportunity for the group to attend the 20th presidential inauguration, the inaugurational parade, and festivities. The group will also tour D.C. historical sites, museums, monuments, and other attractions. Junior Adam O'Trimble is attending the trip and is anxious for many of the events.
I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what to expect till I get there, so I'm excited to go. I like the traveling part of it. It's just, and I'm excited to see everything. I just hope it goes well.
While most students will be returning to the Baker campus, several others will be making their interterms full of traveling fun. This has been Kelsey Epperson, KNBU TV.
Thanks for that, Kelsey. I really wish I could go scuba diving sometime.
And now we're going to take a look at this week's first question of the week.
My favorite Christmas or holiday tradition would be to just spend time with my family, all my family getting together at my grandma's house, opening presents and just having fun, eating, going to sleep, waking back up, watching Christmas movies all day long.
My favorite holiday tradition is going to church Christmas Eve and celebrating with my family.
And my favorite holiday tradition is opening presents on Christmas Eve and just rocking it with the family.
Stay tuned. We have more interesting stories on Orangeline up next.